What is going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. I hope everybody out there is doing well today. As for myself, I am doing pretty good. Just sitting back down at the desk to get another daily trade recap out of the way. Take a look and see what we did in the market today. Fairly decent day. Got in, got out, and stayed out. Another disciplined day of not getting back in the market, trying to make more than we were already up. And for that, I feel pretty good, y'all. I actually rewarded myself with a quick 9 holes of golf today. Did pretty good on the golf course as well. But let's go ahead. Let's look at these numbers and see what we did today. Reviewing trades for February 21st. This is in the cash account, small cash account. Gross profit, $240.30. We gave back $83.80. That left us with a total net profit of $156.50. That was trading on 84%. Pretty doggone good. We look at longs, we were 100%. We took no red trades going long. Going short, we were 42.86% going that way. So we were under 50% and we gave back $66.90. Average winning trade $11, average losing trade $20. We still got to work on that, y'all. Only way that we can keep that like that is when we hitting at 80%. It's the only way. Largest winning trade $20.80. Largest losing trade $23.20. Not bad, but we need to work on that. That just says that we had no real home runs today. Everything was pretty much 1-to-1 when you're looking at the numbers that way. So not too bad, not too bad. Let's go ahead. Let's bring up the charts, and market just closed. And NVDA is going to be coming out with their numbers here shortly. One thing that was incredible today, and let's bring up the 5-minute chart just to look and see what the market did overall. And then we'll go ahead. I recorded my trades today, so we're going to look at a few of the trades that way. But if we come over here to 4 o'clock, we see market was just in a stagnant area, just kind of chopping around. And 6 o'clock, kind of flipped the chart red, just kind of stayed red pretty much all morning. 7 o'clock, that's when most retailers come online. 9:30, market sold off all the way down to previous day's low. Made a nice move back up. How many points is that in those 3 candles? Went from 452 back up to 523, about 75 points. Chopped around, sold off at lunchtime, all the way back down to previous day's low. We come over here to 2 o'clock. This thing just tanks on FOMC, just gives up the ghost. And then look at what it did around 2:30. It hit a low of 17,373. This thing went all the way up to 17,540. Is that 170 points in 30 minutes? That is crazy. And I did not FOMO in because I was sitting at my desk. Me and Spark were kind of chatting, and I did not have the urge to take a trade during any of this. I was calling out the plays. I was calling them out. If you look at this is a 2-minute chart. We'll look at this real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull up the video. But I had drew this channel while I was sitting here, this little trend channel. And I told Spark, if this thing gets back in this channel, because I drew this channel based off of here and right there. That's all that was on the channel when I drew it. I told him if this gets back in this channel and it breaks this supply, this thing is off to the races right there. And look at what that thing did. Just crazy. And I did not have the urge to take a trade at all. So felt good about that. It feels good when I'm able to like not take a trade. But let's go ahead. Let's bring up the video. This is the recording from today. Bring that over. And I got a little timer now when it's recording, so you can kind of see what time it is. Sometimes you can see it on the chart, but it's easier just having it down there while it's recording. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna get my camera out the way so we can see everything. And if you notice, I'm drawing a channel on my chart right there. So you saw those channels that were drawn. You see right here, I've drawn it. Now, one thing with Ninja Trader this morning, it did not delete what my P&L was from yesterday. So that kind of sucks. So it already had me green 252, but that was from the prior day's trades. But on this trade, you saw me draw the channel. I take a short right here and look at where I put my target at, y'all. Look at where my target at. This is sped up. Let me slow this down just a little bit for right now. You saw where my target was at, and I'm gonna pause that. That's my target. My target is the base of this down channel, but I get green and I move my stop inside of profit, $5. But then I do something else though. So we'll get this going. Notice I just got out of the trade. Let me see if you can see where my mouse was at the time that I get out of the trade. Come on. This thing has been acting up like that. There we go. I just want to see if you can see where my mouse is at when I get out of the trade. So I'm good. I'm up like 5 points. You see where my stop was at. Good place for my stop to be at. Pause. Look at where my mouse is at. Over the close button. So you see where my stop is at. And watch this. I just hit the close button and I get out. Like, why? Dude, trust this trade. I'm in at 92. My stop is going to be up about 104, so maybe 12 points. Not bad. 12 points. I think I was in 2 contracts. That's $48. One contract is $24. But watch what this thing does. Boom. Did you see that, y'all? Literally right to my target. Like, come on, dude. Have faith in that trade. Have faith in that trade. So comes up, chops around, and the good thing, look at that. You got my 4-hour level there and the base. So that's a good stop. That's not a stop, but that's a good target. I shouldn't expect anything more out of that target. It should bounce off of this level and it should bounce off the 4-hour level. So let's keep taking a look at it. Because I will take another trade right here. And I am going to take the trade long. And you might say, look, this isn't a down push, but let's let it play out. I'm talking a little too soon. Let's kind of watch this and see what it does. Keeps going down. It's a good thing I didn't take a long right there, ain't it? Getting ahead of myself. Let's let the video play out. So we see it breaks this demand level right here. That's a sign for me that it's still kind of going low. But it's just riding this trend line. And y'all saw how I drew the trend line based on my 2-minute chart. I had some people say that I draw these trend lines well after the trend has been established. I had somebody like literally question that I'm not actually drawing these. So y'all saw me kind of draw that one in there. But it's just riding this trend line. And now we get back above my 4-hour level. So I like that. It's not really a good reason to go long yet because we still, all time frames are red. Every single time frame is red. But I am liking this. And my thought is if this can actually hold and give me what it just gave, that nice bottoming tail, I'm going to go long. And look at where my stop is, y'all. My entry is 485. My stop is 480. That's 5 points. That's a $10 risk. $10 risk. My target is this red line up here. That's my target. Because if you notice last time it came up there, that's where it kind of rolled over. But just to be safe, I do get my stop in money. But look, we're up 6 points. So we're up 1R. Good solid trade. This is not going to be a red trade now. So now chart flips green. I go ahead. I lock in a little bit more profit. Like start protecting the profit. Only thing that I didn't like about this is I'm only in one contract. So I'm up 2R right now because remember we were risking 5 points. So I'm up 12. So up a little over 2R. And look, that was my target, right? Look at what it's doing at my target. So I lock in a little bit more profit, but it's struggling. It is struggling to break that level. I probably should have went on and took 10 points and just got my 2R, but let's continue to see what it does. Drops off a new fresh little supply line right there. Let's look at the other charts. 2 minute upper right. It looks strong. We got a new 2 minute candle. What I would be worried about on the 5 minute is we're in between these two moving averages. That's what Spark would call his money zone when it's in between those two. So I move my stop up to just below the money zone on this 200 tick chart and also where the 50 moving average. But we're up 3R on this position. So one contract, we're going to be up $30. If I was in two, I'm up 60. I have been getting into 4 contracts. I would be up $120 had I sized in how I usually would size in. But this is a good trade. Good trade. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of scroll it on through. And then we see comes up to this supply. I move my stop up a little bit more. Just start locking in. In at 85, my stop is at 94. So basically, I got my stop set at 2R now. I got it set at 2R. I would like for this to hold this 200 simple moving average and keep going, but it doesn't look like it's going to do it. And it doesn't, and it stops me out. No problem. Solid trade, 10 points. That's $30 plus whatever we were up from that trade that really should have been. This was a 2 contracts. That should have been a nice trade right there, but it is what it is. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can find the next trade. So it's about 8:46 right now in the morning. And now I kind of, let's see what I do here. I go short and I'm in 3. Now look at this though. I'm in and I add. I'm in at 392. My stop 506. The amount of room from my stop to my entry and the amount of room from my entry to my target is skewed. It's skewed. So this is where you start seeing me, like I'll take a loss and the loss is going to be greater than if the trade went in my favor. So let's kind of scroll this. And now I know I'm in trouble. Look at that thing. It flipped red. This entry was bad because I didn't get the break of the 200 and the retest back down lower. So this was a very bad trade, y'all. Very bad trade. But let's watch it, because watch this. It gives me a chance to get back out break even though it was a bad trade. Let's keep going. And if you remember, I was like red going short. This is why, because this trade right here. So notice what I do. My stop was up here. When this starts holding this 200, I know that I'm doomed. I know that I'm doomed. New supply, and it breaks it. I just hit the close button and I get out of this trade because it makes no sense. I know that this is coming all the way back up here. This was a bad trade. And this is where I say I made the mistake at. I got fat fingers. When I get in my trades, I hit the market button. Look how many contracts I'm in right now. Smart thing to do, professional trading strategies thing to do, which Live Traders kind of teaches, is if you're oversized, just get out of 3 of these. Don't be oversized and think, okay, this trade is going to work in my favor, so now I can just hold on to those extras. Like, the professional thing to do is to get out of those extras that I shouldn't have been in. But I don't do that. But notice, I got out. This is a good entry. I like this entry. Notice 200 chart flips green. That's giving me more confirmation. 502 entry. Stop is going to be about 10 points. So let's go ahead. Let's watch and see what it does. Now, target on this one. And now you see, I'm just moving that over so I can kind of try to get out of some of these things. First area of concern is going to be right here. Just looking to the left, I got a pivot and I have a supply area up there. So that's my first area of concern. It's going to speed it up. Let's speed it up. Look at what it does. Comes right up there. So I should have used and got out of 5 of them. I did that because notice you don't see any brackets. Ninja Trader did not put brackets in on this order. I don't know when that error popped up, if that's what it was for, but that's why I kind of scrunched that down, because I was looking like, I'm like, where are my brackets at right now? I don't see them. Didn't have any. So now you see I have put my brackets in, and then I'll just have to adjust them out. I'm going to scroll this on up. And you'll hear me say, like, I'm trading the chart. This is what I'm talking about. Notice that supply, like, that's just, it's killing me. But looking at other time frames, so I'm gonna start at the bottom right, which is the higher time frame that I'm looking at, a 15-minute. Nice bottom and tail. Nice bottom and tail. 5-minute chart. We're getting higher lows and even highs. And if you come over to the 2-minute, it's the same thing. We were in a down channel. We've broken out of that. And now we're getting higher lows and even highs. So as long as this does not give up 496, so I got my stop down there. Realistically, if this breaks 496, I got to get worried. But top side, if this can break this supply that's on the 2-minute and on the 200 tick chart, this is payday. So this one, the risk to reward is skewed in my favor. And look, it breaks the supply on both the 200 and the 2-minute. So now you see I got my hand over the sell ask button, because I'm about to get out of 5 of these contracts. Booyah. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to stop this right here. You could barely see it on this chart, but you can see it on the upper right-hand chart, 2-minute chart. That intraday level, that's target now. So when it broke that level, I'm going to get out of 2 of those. I'm going to get out of 5 of those contracts, and I'm going to just keep 2 of them now. Up 10 points. So good, solid trade. And now I just want to see what those two are going to do. And you notice Thinkorswim kicked my other two contracts out. So I don't know what happened there either. Or not contracts, but it kicked my bracket out. So let's speed this up. Let's see if it's going to break. All right. I'm going to...
I was short. Stop.
Let me pause and mute because Sparkit came in my room. So I started chatting with him. But notice a demand line came in. I didn't want to see this because now if this gets broken, what it just did, I need to go ahead and get out of that trade. But I don't. Kind of stay in it. And you see, I just hit the close button and now I'm out of it. So not a bad trade. Not a bad trade. Made decent money on that trade. We'll kind of scroll it through. I don't think I took any more trades after that. I think I was done. And that was going to be a good exit. Watch this, y'all. Look at that thing flush down. Let's keep going. Look at that thing flush down. Yeah, good exit. Good exit. And that's why I kind of chase with my stops behind it. Because, let me back up. Look where my entry is at. And look at where this thing is at. So if I just kind of thought that this was just going to keep going higher and higher and not have this intraday level on my chart, I could have sat in this thing and been red now, as opposed to being up 156 bucks. So good, solid morning. And then I didn't take any more trades after that. I was done. And then finally logged out of Ninja Trader. I got this to reset and we are where we're at. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap this one on up. As always, thanks for checking me out. If you hadn't hit that like button, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. I'm kind of happy with the way that I traded the last 2 days, y'all. I stayed a little bit more disciplined than I usually do. Took some bad trades. We're going to take bad trades here and there. Thing is, stop out where that stop is at. You actually saw today, I actually stopped out a little sooner than where my stop was at, but it was because looking at the chart, I knew that trade was not going to work. So why give the market a few extra coins? And why not give yourself a chance to just get back in the trade on the right side? Which I did. Kind of sized in a little bit more than I should have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into TRADERVUE once I end this video. And I think there's a way that you can go in and put your max order size. I'm going to make my max order size 4 MNQs. Because I am also going to pull some of this money out of my account, which that will also kind of help me because, like I said, they limit how much leverage they're going to give you. So with my account the way it is right now, they'll probably let me buy 10 MNQs, and I don't want to buy 10 MNQs. So, yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Probably pull a few $100 out of there, get me back down around 5. Right now today, y'all, I'm at $900 on an account that started at about $265. So if we can just keep these $100 days, $100 days, don't size in like I did on that one with 7, but keep these trades realistic. We can continue to grow this account. And that's what it's all about. Doing things professional. I like how Live Traders calls their course professional trading strategies, because that's what it's all about. Being a professional at doing this thing. We don't want to be no amateur. Even if you're a new trader, you still want to approach it from a professional standpoint. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. We'll be back at it again tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to be trading bright and early in the morning because I got an appointment at like 9 o'clock. So I'm probably have to get out of here a little early tomorrow. So on that note, I'm out. Peace.